Hi everyone, Stacy here today to talk to you about Vera Bradley Lining in particular. It's been quite controversial. I have made my opinions very well known on these videos of how I felt about it. So, I'm going to try to sort through this and give you my opinions. You can always disagree with me or agree with me or tell me your stories in the comments below. I welcome that. I'm not a dictatorship. I'm not gonna be like, well, this is how it is because this is what I think. No, it's a flexible, fluid argument. Um, Ask me even what 2, 3 years ago if one, I never thought I'd be on YouTube. Two, would I ever be discussing the controversy that is around Vera Bradley Lining? No, I never in a million years thought that Vera Bradley would get rid of their iconic, see the word iconic there, I use that on purpose, fabric lining. Yeah, they got away from the quilted inner lining. People weren't too pleased, alright, but we still had our gorgeous patterns on the inside. Well, let's take a look here. Alright, let's get the microfiber out of the way because the microfiber linings really haven't changed. This is the new Hadley backpack. The lining, it's not quilted, but it is a cleanable, like a nylon, and it's not really loud. So you've got your higher quality lining here, and the microfiber lining has changed with pretty much every season. I can picture them in my mind, but like what lining corresponds to what year, I don't know that part. I'll admit that. My expertise does not extend to, oh yeah, this is the lining from 2012. Well, this is obviously the lining from 2017. So, we're good there. Microfiber hasn't changed. Here's the Espresso Campus backpack. You've got your interior lining there. Now, this is like the Moon Drops pattern, and it changes with the color of the bag to coordinate with the bag, which is really cool. I'm fine with that. And you know what else I'm fine with? I'm fine with this interior lining here. It is kind of an upscale silky feel because this is a backpack. I expect to get a lot of use out of it. I may even beat it to death using it. And I'm okay with that in certain situations. Don't get me wrong, I don't think every lining should be colorful, bright pattern every time. It needs to be functional. So I get that with a backpack. Now, I wanted to show some vintage pieces. You've seen them before that I've used to kind of vintage pieces. I wanted to point out something that you may not realize. I've got a few pieces here. This is a coin purse. Look at that. This is the vintage Indiana tag. There is a fabric lining, but there's no pattern. So I didn't know if you guys knew that or not. I'll show you. Yeah, another piece here. Older piece, Indiana tag. Right there. Again, same color as the other pattern. Quilted interior lining, but no pattern. But get into like the older or the newer vintage pieces. Like this was like late 90s, I believe. This Mason blue, gorgeous pattern. Look at that. Inside quilted. Up here, not quilted down here, but no real interior lining. Difference in the pattern, and then the ribbon zipper pulls are contrasting yellow there, so may have expected something different, not quite the same. But then you're getting into the 2000s. This is one of my favorite contrasts of the interior exterior patterns. This is petal pink. You've got your nice floral pattern on the outside. Take a look at this. Beautiful, unexpected, like a green cheetah pattern there on the inside of that. I think that is so cool. And Vera knew people loved the interior patterns almost as much as their exterior patterns. they for a while came out with a reversible tote that you reversed it, and it was the inside pattern. I wish I had some of those. I didn't get one. Didn't really work for me. It was a shoulder bag. Didn't have a lot of pockets, but I get it because it's reversible. But I wish I did get some of those looking back. And you could get, one I can think off the top of my head, like Java Blue. You got that gorgeous bright blue lining. The inside, flip it out, or you could have that darker brown exterior pattern. So they knew we loved it. Then you've got your patterns that pink swirls, and you've got pink swirls flowers on the inside. And you can find items, especially now that they have the outlet stores, you can find items in some of the interior patterns, like pink swirls flowers. This one here, it not necessarily has to be an outlet piece, but you've got the like the lime leaves one for the limes up interior, and this alpine check is the interior pattern for alpine floral. Now this is not an outlet sale piece, but it doesn't have an interior pattern because this is the interior pattern. Again, that makes sense to me. It really does. You're not adding pattern after pattern. This is very nice, high quality feel, easily cleanable, wipeable. I get that. Makes a little bit of a noise, but nothing that I would have been like, oh my god, I can't believe I spent all that money. There's part of it quilted there. This back part isn't quilted. And it's just like that Espresso Campus backpack with that feel of the higher quality interior lining. So it's got the old Vera Bradley logo within it. So, cool beans. Alright. And you still have not just microfiber, but pieces, like I said, where putting an interior pattern doesn't quite make sense. And this is another backpack where, yeah, you've got your heather dotted pattern here, but on this inside, you've got your lining here, and that makes sense. It's a backpack. It's gonna see a lot more action, and you want something cleanable, wipeable in that pocket. It makes sense. But there you go. You've got your inside interior pattern. You could also find this in cell phone cases, and it was just a really nice touch. Okay, still didn't throw that curveball to us, and then bam! What was it? A year or so ago, they started. Shirt. They changed the lining on us. So disappointing. For example, here's Java Floral. Here's the hipster. You expect, like the pink swirls, to have an interior pattern. No interior pattern. You've got a cheap interior lining that rustles. Ruffles the potato chip. And I've been told by Vera Bradley Storm Plays, oh, well, once you get to using it, that sound goes away. Okay, I don't want to buy a bag that seems to be cheap. You can hear it because it is cheap and still pay full retail price. This was a $60 bag. That's a chunk of change to buy something like that. Now, that said, you do have your outlet store pieces, like Paisley and Paradise here. This is an outlet piece that they've trimmed down, reduced the cost. They say it's $45. You often got it cheaper. I got this at the outlet sale. And it has a very rougher feel to the interior lining. It doesn't have the interior pattern to it at all. Okay, it's an outlet piece. Expect to get that at a cheaper price. Makes a little noise. Rougher. It's missing a few key features. Alright, you got your outlet brand. Your outlet line. This is not outlet. This is full brand retail store, Vera Bradley corporate store, whatever you want to call it. Shouldn't have that. So, alright. We're all ticked off. I'm going to switch. I'm going to stick to older stuff, which I have seen now, on eBay and third-party markets. The prices of the older bags that have the quilted interior lining or the fabric lining and the interior pattern are going up because people want that more. That said, I also noticed when I was in Fort Wayne that, obviously when you go to Fort Wayne, home of Vera Bradley, you see a lot of Vera Bradley. I still saw a lot of Vera Bradley, but I can maybe count one or two pieces I saw in brand new patterns. Most of it was vintage. It's like, whoa, that's kind of an eye-opener. So you've got your newer patterns out, and they say, hey, we've listened to you guys. We brought back the bright linings. Yeah, you did. You're not lying, but you're not telling the whole truth either. Excuse me. Okay, these are the newer patterns here, and I'll show you. Like the Layton backpack doesn't have an interior pattern here. It's got the lining. That said, there's no noise to it. And you've got your brown lining. Okay, it's backpack. I get that. Whatever. So I don't have as much in the newer patterns, but I do have this iconic bag. This is a new iconic line where they're talking about how they brought back, the interior pattern feature and all that. Okay, that's great. And you've priced your iconic line higher. However, if I buy items, say in this, is it painted medallions? Yeah, painted medallions pattern. Gorgeous pattern. Like it. If it's not in the iconic line, it has a plain lining. It's gray. And you can see in the iconic line, yay, we brought back the interior patterns. Okay, it's, it's still not fabric, and it's not just the backpack like this. Other pieces in the iconic line are like this too, like the hipsters and all that good stuff. Yeah, you've got your bright interior lining on the iconic higher priced line. So you still have, like the hipster in this pattern, it's a dull gray lining. Okay, but if you pay a little bit more, you get your lining back. Ugh, Vera, come on, why can't you just bring it back for everything? Okay, you got your outlet line, I get it, it's cheaper, what have you. Don't make this only available in the upscale line. Okay, we're saying this is a higher quality product. Alright, I get it, I see some. I don't understand why they call it iconic other than maybe because they brought back a pattern on the inside. Because there's no more diamond stitching, it's the straight up and down stitching, which I'm okay with, but I'm curious because I've been told by a factory supervisor who used to work for Vera Bradley when they were in the U.S. The diamond stitching is one of the hardest stitchings to do in a factory. I just wonder if they saved a little money switching to this up and down lining because it's not as hard to do. Just curious. I don't know for sure, but it just crossed my mind. You've got your faux leather zipper pulls. Okay, fine. It's a sturdier zipper, which is kind of interesting because you've got the zipper here in this silver, but you've got your old style colored blended zippers here. So you've got two different zipper shades going on, which is kind of interesting. It feels high quality. You've also got like the Lighten Up diaper bag. You've got a double handle here, which is nice. It's a laptop campus tech backpacks. You've got this chest strap here, which is actually a little less substantial than the other ones, even though this is supposed to be the upscale iconic line. Trolley sleeve. Okay, you brought it back. And I'm even okay with not having the fabric because this is cleanable and wipeable and it's supposed to be easier to keep clean than the fabric line, which they said is the whole reason why they got rid of the interior fabric patterns. I'm sorry. I belong to Vera Bradley Buzz, the Facebook page. It's definitely the biggest fan page Vera Bradley has. I've talked to other avid Vera Bradley lovers. I've read reviews online. Where in the world did anybody say get rid of that lining? Because we need something cleanable. Maybe it was a side comment. Hey, yeah, I wish this was a little more wipeable, because I can see kids sticking a sucker stick in here. Oh, I gotta clean it. Now it's gonna be a little easier to clean. We never said get rid of our lining. Yay, you brought it back, but you brought it back in a more expensive line. The others don't have it. So disappointing. Gorgeous. I like this. I really do. But bring it back in all of it. This retails. Okay, this is a Campus Tech backpack. Campus Tech, not the iconic line, the regular line, fabric, not the microfiber or anything like that, or collegiate, 108. This is, doesn't have the price, but I believe it's like 148, something like that. So there's a substantial price hike there. I just don't make this an exclusive feature, because it's a feature that Vera Bradley fans love, so, correct me if I'm wrong in any of this in my rant. Cutting on my shoebox, soapbox here, shoebox. I have more shoeboxes than soapboxes. But yeah, that's just my observations there with the lining. Interesting. There are other pieces that they have now that I think are complete home runs that I was not sure about. This lining, I think, could be a home run if it was available in all the items and not at a higher price. Who knows? So, anyway, I'm going to get off my rant. Tick myself off thoroughly. So, that said, please leave me your comments and questions. Give me your observations on the lining. I would love to hear them. This doesn't make noise other than normal fabric bag. No big deal. But I don't think we should have to pay more for that. That's just me. Oh well. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. I'm The Amazing Shopper. You can find me on Facebook, The Amazing Shopper, Instagram, The Amazing Shopper, doing some giveaways, dropping my pillows, subscribe pillow. You want to subscribe to my channel to be eligible for even more giveaways, bigger giveaways, do stuff with my kids, unboxing videos, Vera Bradley videos, got other purse brands coming up, some other new purses in my collection that I want to show you in other brands. And yeah, we're going to wrap this up. I'm on Twitter, amazing_shopper. Check out my blog, link down below. You can purchase Vera Bradley products, links down below. And I will talk to you later. Bye.